Your welding coach, Joe Brown, aka Black Phoenix, checking in. It's Rising fam. I just wanted to come to y'all live and talk to you about we can't reinvent the wheel, fam. Ironically, and I had to show you a wheel because it's that literally like we can't reinvent it, fam. We have to pick up what has been put down over the years, utilize that information, and build our wheel. That's what it is. When you're learning something new, you're building a wheel, and you have to use certain principles, certain um, rules that you have to stay true to, fam. I mean, it is what it is, and I have learned that now, fam. I have learned it now, and certain things. Sometimes, fam, it seems like we our head up against the wall. Mistakes. I don't know why. Certain things you can go through, fam. You hit your head that one time, you done. You like, man, you know what? I ain't finna go through that. In certain situations, fam, it seems like we're repeating them. You know what I mean? And this rising fam, I was just like, we have to realize can't reinvent it, fam. We have to realize that life gonna be what it is, and we gonna have to make the best of it. And we can always do better and achieve things as long as we know um, the correct information and we put the right work in. That's what it's all about, fam. That's what I'm really realizing. Knowing the right information and putting the work in. Once you put the work in from knowing the right information, all you have to do is deliver. That's it. Get the information, put the work in, deliver. Work ethic. Salute, salute, fam. Thanks for checking. Thanks for checking in. Make sure I keep these comments up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I did some work in the refinery, like a few different refineries actually. I did some in Arizona. Arizona is where I did some in some refineries. Did some steel mills in Arkansas. Some steel mills in well, I think we did one in where was that? Illinois. I believe that's where we was at. We did one up there, but yeah, I'm familiar with them. That's a lot of good money in that. There's a lot of good money in that for those who want to dive into that field, fam. Uh, it's ironic that you say that because a lot of people that get out of welding school or get out of prison that can weld, they always get discouraged. Oh man, I got a felon now. Or, I don't want to tell them. I don't want to. And fam, we got to eat, fam. We got to do what we got to do. And I want to say this here for the record, fam. I just say this for the record. Whoever need to hear this, stop trying to shoot straight in a crooked system. You ain't gonna hit your target, fam. You ain't gonna hit your target, fam. So I just want to say that because we think that you got to do A, B, C. Been telling you, it's not what's up, fam. It's just like people been deceived and think that milk makes somebody good. It really doesn't. It really isn't good for our kids. The milk coming from a mother is excellent for the kids. Certain milk is good to help them, like that milk that you have to kind of make up with the right nutrients in it and stuff like that. But that milk coming from that cow that they want to say, you know, drink milk and all these logos and all this stuff that they got, fam, they promoted it. It ain't real. It doesn't really help you. It really hurts you. Like, it hurts you so bad. Look up Canada and see what they doing with milk. Now, in Canada, they take care of their elders. So once you get older, they're gonna fully assure you. They're gonna make sure your health good and all this stuff. They give you good benefits. America don't do that. America gonna make you pay for your benefits and then charge pay and then make money off of you getting sick. You get what I'm saying? So man, it's a mean game, fam. So we have to be a real one on. So for those who getting out and those who get that part, you got the skill set, you can do the job. You do the job, fam. Put down what you down. Make sure you feed your family. If something happen, go get you another one. I like to tell people you're not going to get locked up if you allow the application just so you can get a job. If that's the situation, I have seen many people do it. I remember watching this one guy on YouTube who really inspired me as far as not to give up as far as what you want. He shared his story on how he wanted to learn this certain specific thing and he couldn't get no job at it. So what he did was he started putting in on the application that he knew how to do it. And he, at first, he said he didn't last 2-3 days, and they knew he didn't want to do what he was doing, but he still made a little money, and he got some experience. He kept doing it. He did it so many times, over 5-6 times, where the guy actually learned how to do it. And then he actually got the, and came good at it and started making money, and it was successful. So it wasn't that he was, what they say, faking it till he make it. But he actually was, he faked it until he learned it. Think about it, like, he just didn't like, oh, I'm just gonna do something. He literally wanted to do it, but he knew, I ain't got no idea of what I'm doing right now. But I'm knowing that the people that's doing this here is successful and they doing better off than me, so this is what I need to be doing. And so that's what he did, fam. So I just want to say, fam, if you got to do whatever it is you got to do that, fam. I was in an interview with Black Sheep Convo. Shout out to Black Sheep Convo. And in this interview, fam, you know, he asked me a lot of questions that I wasn't, that we didn't have wrote down. It wasn't expected. It wasn't like something that we went over. It was just that whole interview. First one and the second one was all fresh, just, you know, all pretty much, you know what I mean? Asked me questions fresh off the dome, and we just went with it. And he asked me, you know, about what would I tell someone getting out? The best advice I give to someone that's inmate getting out of here, getting into this world. You know what I tell them, fam? To act like they still locked up, especially that first year, first few years actually. If you act like you still locked up, that means you're gonna be putting your foot on your own neck. You're gonna govern yourself. You're gonna do the same thing you know the folks would have did to you, and you'll learn that being an entrepreneur, having a business or starting a new career, a successful job, these things for you to have some self-discipline. You're gonna have to have some real good self-discipline, like, you know, to get some of these positions you want to get in life. And you can't get them by showing up late. You can't get them by not having body language or bad character. You can't get them about doing unprofessional things. Like, you the leader, and you talking about you talking about a person that you're supposed to be leading, people that you're supposed to be leading. That's not good leadership, fam. You don't do that, fam. If you got something to say to someone and it's a group of people, you make sure you address the person. If it's something that you had to address all of them with, then it was an open situation. But you make sure you person personally. You know what I mean? And most definitely don't share their private issues with the class. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that, fam. So, you know, I think that we have to learn some professionalism. And the more we learn how to be professional, I really believe more doors will open, fam. I'm outside, as you see right now. There's just a lot going on. I was trying to see who were rolling up, people rolling up everywhere, moving on. But it's a pretty nice day. Been storming and stuff like that. And right now it's kind of wet, but it's nice though. The sun's out shining. So, you know, I wanted to go and kind of talk to y'all. The other morning, I was trying to go live and got interrupted, so I apologize about that. The dude kind of got me in my feelings, and so I was like, you know what, let me go in, and then I had to go in there and talk to the manager that was in there and the other manager to, you know, squash the situation. But you know, stuff happens, fam. We just have to be realistic with life when it happens. Salute, salute. Thanks for checking in. Salute, salute. Ain't it? Is that what it is, fam? I appreciate everybody for checking in, fam. Like I say today, fam, we just got to be realistic that we can't reinvent the wheel, fam. We can't reinvent the wheel. We got to pick up what the system is putting down, and we got to be smart too, fam. Because what do you look like working on a job? Like, I have seen people say they worked on a job for 5 years, 10 years, on the same job. and they ain't learned nothing. You learn nothing about the company other than just picking up a check. Was that all you was doing? Was just picking up a check? You learned nothing but just picking up a check. And hey, so that's what they do, fam. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to say, fam, don't get caught up. Uh, don't get caught up in thinking you can finesse everything. You can't finesse it. Finessing to me is not scamming someone. To me, finessing is taking something that you have mastered real and you have mastered it so well that when someone see you doing it, you make it look so easy. You make it look like, man, you just make it look like you just like, man, it ain't that it can't be that easy to learn. You know what I'm saying? And but that's you finessing it because you know how to even show them how to do it. See, what I learned about being wise and about being intelligent, meeting someone wise and truly intelligent, is that they are going to make things where everyone can relate to it. Someone who's having slow of learning or young, and someone who is in season. They can help them also understand the concept in a way that both people can get it and get the same thing and get the same end result. And I think that's what it's all about, fam. It's all about doing that. I want to say while I'm on live now, I've been working on my ebook. Just so y'all know, I want to shout that out. Working on my first ebook, and I've been learning a lot of information because, man, I've been so confused about what direction to go, how to pick the topic, just certain things that, and then honestly, I don't want to, I didn't want to do it myself. And then I figured out ways to where I can literally do the first one myself and maybe do it myself. You know what I mean? Because I like to do certain things, and now that I'm learning different ways I can do it to make it easier for me, now I'm more excited about doing it. I'm not as discouraged, and and that was all on getting good information. So I want to say that again. When you get the right information, fam, it changes your situation. You get the money from the job. You invest in the right information to change the situation, fam. There's nothing wrong with having a punch in the clock, fam. Doing, especially if you like to do, and you getting paid for it too, and there's no stress on you, man. Get that money. You know what I'm saying? Let them folks get that money, fam. And you can still do what you do. Get that money. Ain't nobody knocking it. Everybody can't do that, but for those who do, fam, salute to you. You know what I mean? I just want to say something for the record, man. When it comes to not reinventing the wheel, you also have to be genuinely happy about the person that got the wheel that you're trying to create. Y'all heard what I said? You have to be genuinely happy, genuinely excited for the person that got the wheel that you want, just as if you had the wheel you wanted in order to get it. Now, y'all gotta let that sink in for a while, man. That might take a second because see, a lot of people think that we can put some bad energy out here in the universe and we're gonna get good energy. It don't work like that, fam. You can have good energy and sometimes good energy might come out in tears. Good energy might come out in dancing. It might come out in smack. You know what I mean? But when you got good energy, people are going to sense the good energy, just like if you got bad energy. I had one of my students at one time I taught that was saying people was talking about him, and I said, what they saying? And once they said what they were saying, I'm like, well, I can see that. And they were like, oh no, I ain't like that. I'm like, but you have to look at your body language. Body language tell everything. You can have an attitude with your body language. You can speak nicely and kind and have bad body language, and everything you came out your mouth was irrelevant. It doesn't matter because they like, nah, 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 you on something else. You know what I mean? So I just learned, fam, that we have to just pay attention, fam, to what the system is putting down, and to be realistic with ourselves when we want to achieve certain things. We can't think that we're going to get to certain levels and we ain't going to put the work in. We can't think that we're going to hate somebody else and be able to get what they get. If you do get it, you're not going to have it that long. 9 times out of 10. You know how many people I've seen despise people, take it, kill them, steal from them, like literally do some trifling stuff to get other people's possession and put themselves in their house and their car with their woman or whatever the situation is. They just despise you. They just want what you got that bad. It never lasts that long. It's never what they thought it was. It never was. You know, a lot of people I did time with, fam, and I did time with a lot of people, fam. You know, at one time, you know, I'm in the barracks with over 50 men in one barracks. You know, some barracks had about 100. And, fam, old, young, especially old, will tell you it wasn't worth it, fam. It wasn't worth it. And I'm going to give you some real game right here because, you know, this is a real channel, so this ain't for the kids. This is for if you know, 18 up. If you are a young king, fam, and you get caught up in your, you know, sexual desires and you just think that you just got to go do what you got to do, fam, protect yourself. I'm going to give you the best advice. Can't nobody stop nobody from doing nothing, but if you going to do what you going to do, fam, protect yourself, fam. There's a lot of stuff out here, fam, right now. There's been stuff out here and stuff been going on forever. It's getting worse and worse, and so it's a lot of stuff out here. So if you're going to be out here, take care of yourself. And I'm going to give you another piece of advice. If you're a male and you out here, and before you make that wrong decision and get that baby by the wrong person, or you catch this disease that you don't want to have with this person because you can't wait, you finna go over here real quick and you done got ready, you just finna, you know what an old school dude told me? He said, right when you got that urge, before you leave the house, you done got everything together. Go in the bathroom and go relieve yourself. Go relieve yourself. And think if you still, and when you get done, see if you still feel the same way. If you're still excited the same way about that person when you get ready to hit the door then. See if it's still that same thrill. If it's not, you gonna know it. You gonna sit there like, man, I'm not gonna go over here. And then something might happen. They might text you with a bad emoji. What's taking you so long? And then you're like, man, what is she rushing me? Man, you know what, man, I'm glad. I'm just sharing that with your fam because someone told me that and it was hilarious. So I know it's out there. I know it's a young king, middle-aged king, older that might use this advice, man. That's what he. So think, go in there, relieve yourself, and see if you still feel the same. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. So, you know, I thought it was hilarious, fam. But so, you know, some things you learn from other people who have went through it, fam, where you don't have to pay for it. And I think that's the valuable lesson about wisdom and getting things from our elders and those who did it before. Because ain't nothing new under the sun, fam. The sun been shining on this stuff for a minute, fam. Certain stuff you just ain't heard of, you know, giving it new names and stuff like that, calling it something new. That's it. Calling it something new. But it's been around for this. Man, that's that. Oh, man, that's that. Here, even now, you get to seeing stuff they bring it back and you think it's new. This was in the 50s. You're like, man, they were doing that.